I've been craving a new Alien game for so freaking long. One with guns, one that blends horror and action in a way that Alien vs Predator do, or Colonial Marines. Which means I always keep an eye open for new ones, regardless of its viewpoint. And today, my broskis, I bring you a game that does almost what I've been looking for in the first-person perspective. And my name is, as always, good old Papa Slim, and today we're diving into Alien Rogue Incursion Evolved. I was quite surprised at how much freaking fun I had with this. Quite surprised at how sucked in I got due to its atmosphere and its actually cool story. I was surprised to be making a video out of a horror action game. That's not usually my jam, not one that leans so much into horror. But fret not, I will explain it all right about now. So let's go. First released for VR only back in December of 2024, this was received with mixed reviews, mostly due to bad performance and visual glitches that hurt the VR experience. Now in 2025, however, we got the Evolved edition that only works for flat screens and has released for both PC, PlayStation and Xbox. And to get this out of the way instantly, yes, it works perfectly fine on flat screens. But it isn't without its improvement potential, but I shall dig into all that very soon. But first, my broskis, let's hear some words on the story and how that unfolds in this game. Sent to investigate a distress call on the remote planet Purdan, Zula uncovers a secret Wayland Yutani blacksite overrun by deadly xenomorphs. Stalking, hunting, and attacking at every turn, these xenomorphs' ferocity is matched only by their unpredictability. Aided by your synth companion Davis-01, you have to fight and survive using your weapons, skills, and sheer determination against a deadly xenomorph incursion. Now during our journey we get to access different PCs where we can read up on people who used to work on this station, give us some backstory to the people and their everyday life, as well as listen to audio logs that goes a bit deeper into the grand scheme of things. Other than that, the story it unfolds through cutscenes, environmental storytelling, and events that will have you go whoa out of the element of surprise. Not in a scary way, but you know, way, yeah. The story was enough to hook me and actually invest my time into this game. I quite liked it. And it does overall feel kinda well thought out rather than just smushed together and pushed out the door fast. So yeah, the story gets the slim of approval.
Great. Now, connect the final probe into my right eye.
Just jam it in there?
Affirmative.
So the gameplay, my broskis. As I said, there are a lot of events in this game that will make you go wow, and I'm not going to spoil any of them for you. So I'm going to go through the gameplay, make you kind of realize how the game feels, how it plays out, without spoiling any of the elements that is memorable, that I want you to experience for the first time without hearing them here first. So let's begin with the combat. It's yeah, it's what the game really has to work on. The combat is, first of all, we have 3 guns, we have 3 tools. The tools are merely for puzzling. The 3 weapons that we have, they are for the combat. The combat that only exists of xenomorphs, the regular ones, face huggers, that are very underused in this game. They had potential to use them a lot more, and then one boss. One boss that is a bit underwhelming. The guns, the actual guns themselves, if you fire at a wall, they feel great, they look great, they have cool animations. The rifle, it sounds exactly like an alien rifle should sound like. But the enemies, they're quite stupid. They're not much of a threat, especially not if you don't amp up the difficulty. I was playing on extreme difficulty. I usually don't do that for my first playthrough, but I felt like I really wanted to because I wanted to fear the xenomorphs. I wanted to be scared of them. And when you play on extreme difficulty, if they get the chance to hit you, they will take out more than half of your life in one hit. That made me scared. That's how it's supposed to feel playing an alien horror game like this.
Looks like this fuse box is still sealed. Might as well try the usual way of breaking these things open.
But the fact of the matter is that they are quite stupid. They're not super well programmed, and they have to struggle to get super close to you sometimes. They are very unpredictable, however. They crawl on walls, they crawl in vents, they crawl on the roof. You never know where they're coming from if you don't have headphones and listen really, really damn hard. But they sure did make me jump scare more times than I dare to admit. They jump scared me a lot of times. Just poof, one is standing right behind me, hitting me in the back of my head. That shit is scary as hell when you're playing on the right difficulty. But that said, even though I was really scared, I was playing on extreme difficulty. I only died 3 times in my full playthrough, and the full playthrough took me about 4.5 hours, so it is quite a short game. And why? Well, it's a 2-part game, and the only part that is out right now is the first part. I'm guessing the second part is gonna be another $30 game. I'm not sure how they're gonna do that, but if that is the case, I don't know what I feel about that. But let's focus on part 1 for now. Now, let's move into the environments. They are drop-dead motherfucking gorgeous. The environments are so bloody good. The level design is actually good. It's not great, but it's good. And you do have elements of Metroidvania in this game. As you progress, you find new tools, you find things that you can use later on. You upgrade your security card, which means that we go back to places we have already been. But once we're back, we can unlock new doors, we can unlock new lockers with resources in them. And that just made me feel like the level design is actually pretty damn good. I like going back. I like going back and being able to reward myself even further. But the environments and the atmosphere is absolutely insane in this game, and I'm gonna touch a little bit more on that when we get to the presentation of things. The tools that I've been talking about, well, we have 3 tools and a key card. 2 of the tools are used for puzzling. You have this little electric wire puzzling. It's really easy doing it. Like 2 of them made me think for about 30 seconds before I could solve them. It's really easy once you get the hang of it. And the third one is a welding tool, which simply unwelds welded doors. Not much to mention in terms of those 2. None of them were frustrating. None of them did much of an impact to anything. The electric puzzle makes you unlock sometimes secret doors and sometimes save stations, because you cannot save whenever you want to in this game. You can only save in certain panic rooms that has a save terminal. Sometimes you find one every 5 minutes, other times it takes you 30 minutes to find the next one. Luckily though, without you noticing, the game saves with a checkpoint here and there. I can't tell you when it does that, if it's every 5 minutes or every big event, I don't know. But once when I died, I hadn't saved for a very long time, but luckily I didn't restart from the actual save point. The game threw me back to a checkpoint. Now progression wise, there isn't much to speak of more than upgrading your tools. As I mentioned, there is no upgrading your weapons, no gaining new abilities or anything like that. And the movement, it is quite limited. You can sprint, and then you can quick time leap over things. You can't jump, but you can dash with space instead, and I highly recommend you do that when a Xenomorph gets close, cause that will save your ass. But it all kinda fits into the horror theme. You're not this super soldier, you're a regular marine, so I don't mind the movement being a bit limited. And if you pull up the map or your objective PDA thingy thing, you will slow down. The game doesn't pause, but you will slow down and anything can still attack you. And same thing goes if you're inside of a terminal or inside of a QuickTime event. Anything can attack you, but you're kinda locked. And when it comes to the actual horror of things, well, it's not loaded with jump scares or anything like that. It tries to build tension with its environments and its atmosphere, and then relying on the unreliable enemy AI crawling through vents, walls, and the player not knowing exactly where they are if they don't use their movement scanner. What the hell is it called? God damn it, I dropped the word now. But that doesn't tell you if they're up, if they're down, if they're to the side. It only tells you about how far away from you it actually is. Now the presentation. It's running on Unreal Engine 5, but it is one of the better running Unreal Engine 5 games. I had no issues at all running this game, and I was cranking that up, like really high. I even tried it with ray tracing, I tried DLSS completely off, no problems whatsoever running this game. And it looks bloody gorgeous. God damn, it is one of the best looking games I have ever played. They are using so much details with the smoke and then a light source bouncing on that smoke, and it just looks so gorgeous. Some electric sparks flying, like every scene has so much atmosphere to it, it's absolutely insane. And the audio work goes on par with that. The music, it amps up in the heat of combat. Sometimes it amps up and you haven't even seen the enemy yet. You get scared. You get so scared because it's so good. The presentation is bloody awesome in this game. I have no idea what I've been talking about right now. This was completely non-scripted, me just rambling right after I finished this game. But all I want to say is, yes, I do recommend this game. Seeing as it is a part 1 game out of 2 parts, I don't recommend getting it at full price. Because if you play the first part, you are going to want to play the second part. Meaning you're gonna have to spend AAA money to have both of those parts, I'm guessing. So I recommend getting this game on a sale, and do know that I think it's bloody awesome for what it is. The enemy AI could be a little bit better. Some of the objectives towards the end, they get a bit tedious. It's a lot of collect that, go back, collect this, go back. But other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed this alien experience. And if you even slightly enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like and subscribe for a ton more first-person shooter goodies just like this. And remember, Papa Slim, he loves ya. Over and out.